Yo, hey guys, welcome to the second video of my Excel series. I am a Singaporean analyst, and today we are going to apply the basics that we learned in the previous episode to create a list of expenses. Along the way, we will learn a few more tools as well. If you are joining us for the first time, you might want to start at the first video at the link below. It's just 2 minutes long. For everyone else, let's begin now. So today we are going to make a spreadsheet to keep track of our expenses. Let's try to create a simple one for the past week right now. We have the day of the week and the expenses. And we have Monday and Tuesday and so on. We're going to apply both formatting to our headings and change the name of the sheet to expenses, so that it is easy for ourselves and others to see that this is a list of expenses. Now, Excel is very smart. If you start typing a pattern, Excel recognizes it and tries to give you what it thinks you want. And this tool is called Autofill. We can access Autofill by selecting what we want Excel to recognize and simply drag the mouse downwards, like so. And there's no limit to the direction of the Autofill as well. So here you can see that Excel correctly predicted what we want it to do. However, this is just a computer program after all. There's no way that it knows our expenses, right? So let me just go ahead and type some dummy data right here. And if I drag this doesn't make sense because there's no way that Excel knows what we spent on from Wednesday to Sunday. So we have to go ahead and fill in the expenses ourselves. So let's say $100 here, $80 here, $2 here, $0 because I didn't go out for the weekend. And wow, we actually spent quite a lot over this whole week, right? Now, in the Home tab, under the number group, we can actually change the number formatting. This makes our data show up the way we want to. And for my version of Excel, I actually set it up to show Sing dollars, but you can actually do this by going to more number formats and changing the symbol to whatever currency you want it to. So right here, I added a dollar sign so that it is clearer to me that this indicates dollars and not cents, or even the numbers of atoms in 1 kilograms of carbon, like so. Awesome, so we have created our first Excel spreadsheet. But let's say we made an error and wish to change something in our list of expenses. You can simply press delete to clear the entire cell, or use the clear button at the top here. Note that you can clear whatever you wish to by choosing the correct option. We can also delete the entire row by right clicking here and choosing delete, or column if we wish to. A row is made up of horizontal cells, while a column is always vertical. You can use the example of a grid column to help you remember. At the bottom of the list, we want to sum up the expenses of our week. We can do this with the sum formula by typing sum and selecting the cells that we want Excel to sum up. We can also use the sum button right here in the Home tab. So what we'll do is to simply click sum. Excel recognizes that you probably want to sum up the cells that are right on top of it. Another option is to choose the data that you want Excel to sum. Click the quick analysis button and click sum under totals. And Excel will provide the sum of the selection right underneath. So Excel is pretty flexible and offers us multiple ways to do the same thing, so you can just choose the method that seems easiest to you. Alright, finally, let's say we have too much data. Let me just populate our list of expenses with dummy data. And for that, I'm going to do this. You can also double click to use the autofill. Excel actually gave us a bunch of randomized data, but it doesn't matter for what I'm going to show you. So when we have too much data, it might be difficult to remember what we are looking at. Since the headings are hidden, we can't see that the top of the list represents day in column A and expenses in column B. Sometimes we wish that we can just freeze a few rows or columns so that our headings always appear at the top or at the left. And we can do this in two ways. The first is to make our data into a table by clicking the table button in the Insert tab. So here, and choose my table has headers so that Excel recognizes that the first row represents the headers. So when we scroll down now, the headers appear at the top. The second method is to freeze a few cells, and we can do this by going to the View tab and choosing the Freeze Panes buttons, and we want to freeze the top row here. So Excel will always display the top row even when we scroll downwards. So there we go. You can see that we can also freeze the first column if we want to. And if we scroll to the right, the first column always remains displayed. But what if we would like to freeze the first row and the first column together? Or even the first 3 rows and 2 columns. What we do is to click cell C4 and apply freeze panes. And of course we have to unfreeze first. There we go. The first 3 rows are frozen and the first 2 columns are frozen as well. So essentially, what we have to do is to choose the first cell which remains unfrozen. In this case, it is cell C4. And everything on top and on its left will be frozen. As a final example, to freeze the first 5 rows, these 5 rows, we can just highlight the 6th row and press freeze panes. And the 5 rows on top will be frozen all throughout the spreadsheet. And that's it! In this video, we learned to apply cell formatting, rename our sheets, use autofill, number formatting, the sum formula, tables, and freeze panes. That's a lot, and I'm glad that we learned it through a simple example rather than just showing what each tool can do. So hopefully you find my videos helpful and entertaining. Let me know if you like this example style. If you do, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Otherwise, do leave a comment to let me know how I can improve. This is just my second video after all. Join me in the next video as I go through the most common formulas. See ya!